Hi there, I'm Noah Bradley. This is Handmade House TV, and on this week's episode I'm going to do my best to answer a question that I get just about every week. That's with regard to my opinion of attending workshops in order to gain the skills necessary in order to build a handmade house. So stay tuned. Well, all right, as I said in the introduction there, on a weekly basis, at least once a week, generally sometimes several times a week, I get inquiries on whether or not I offer in-person workshops or what I think of this particular workshop or this one, whether or not it's one on blacksmithing or it's one on stone masonry or it's one on log cabin construction. Do I offer that people are very interested and intrigued with my video courses that I offer with regard to teaching all of these various trades, but they want to get some actual hands-on experience before they feel comfortable with diving into their particular project. And I don't at this time offer workshops. I've thought about it. I've had such a great interest in it from a lot of you guys that want to attend something like that that I can see myself at some point in the future doing just that. I think it would be fun, it'd be entertaining, and that it would be helpful to some of you guys. And so I haven't done that, so I can't offer you opinion on that. And I've never attended any of these workshops that are presented. Some of them are from really fine organizations, particularly the ones with regard to stone masonry. Really good people. They teach the proper way to lay stone. You can really get some hands-on experience, and I understand that. And then there are also plenty of workshops that I would not recommend that basically teach you methods that I don't think is appropriate for you to do, and so you got to be careful in regard to that. But I did want to just throw out some random thoughts to you with regard to considering workshops. First of all, I just don't think that they're absolutely necessary for you to do. I can understand that if you haven't done them, that you really feel an urge to participate in it, to do something another. And there's a comforting thought in going to an authority figure, someone that has experience, and having them guide you through the process of doing it. My own personal take is that by going through the videos that I offer, you're getting all of the expert advice, and from there, in my opinion, that undertaking small projects on your own, whether it's building a shop, a shed, a small fireplace, a small log cabin outbuilding, stone columns along your driveway, perhaps a fire pit, a smaller type project, that you will actually walk away with a whole lot more than what you could ever obtain by obtaining a workshop. And I can say that in the process of my long career in working with handcrafted artisans, that I've never met a single one who's ever attended a class. And that's sort of interesting that no one starts out by going to any of these schools, that they all learn basically the same way, and that is the vast majority of them was through taking on small projects themselves and then either working for someone as an employment opportunity or as just starting out on their own. That a lot of times people will start out by building a shed, and next thing you know, a neighbor wants them to build a shed, and next thing you know, they're doing an addition for somebody's house, and then they're building a house. So they progress on their own. They don't go to one of these schools. Now, as I pointed out, I've never offered any of these workshops myself, but for whatever reason, I have found myself in the background of many of these workshops, of working under or alongside some of these individuals who are teaching these workshops, and I've seen the motivation and the process of it, and been in the background and observing the students as they are there. So I've been kind of like the helper in the background, the observer, the guy that takes care of all the odds and ends. And the first process is a lot of these people that teach aren't teaching the best methods in the world. They're not giving you a complete picture, and so you're only getting a sampling of it. Also, I've noticed that a lot of the people that come in to do these are actually they're more or less seeking to be entertained. That they want to walk away being able to say that they did something, but nonetheless they don't really show up to work to get something done, and that the individuals who are preparing the class are basically setting up everything, preparing everything, and working through all the details. And then they become the master of ceremonies, and then they hand the tools over, and someone swings a hammer for a few minutes, and then everybody laughs and has a good time, and they go home and they feel they've had an entertaining day or an entertaining weekend in order to obtain these workshops. But they're really missing out on the real learning experience, and that is that when you're building something, 90% of what is accomplished, of what is built, is this setting up and working through and figuring out what needs to be done. When you enter into the world of, let's say, carpentry, you face something that you've never done before. You get the right tools and you figure out how to do it and you accomplish it. And after you accomplish a few things that you've never done before, suddenly you have the confidence to move forward in doing everything. And when you show up to a workshop and the plans are already designed, the beams are already laid out, the tools are already on the bench, and you're assigned a single task within that, you're really not gaining the most important aspect of learning how to build something. You're just getting a small slice of something, and I can say that based upon experience of watching individuals come in, do the workshops, and then they leave, that most never go on to actually building something or using something. They were there more for the experience, and I can say that some of these individuals who have put on workshops, the motivation for them is first of all, it's obviously economical. If nobody's doing a workshop where they're doing it for free, everybody's doing it for a job, for an income. They're seeking a money stream coming in to them, and that a lot of the people that are doing workshops want to do more to get more money. They want to either sell you tools, or frequently they are there for you to get to know them so that they will hire you to, if you're interested in doing a timber frame, learning the timber frame skill, you'll come in, you'll work it a little bit, and then when it comes time that you want to do a timber frame, you didn't really get the confidence from the workshop that you wanted, and so you end up hiring the guy who taught you the class to build a timber frame for you. So a lot of the folks that are teaching the classes are really doing it for a little bit of stream of income, and also from the likely event that you'll end up hiring them in the future. Whereas if you're taking a video class and you're doing the work yourself, for yourself, you're building a project for your own satisfaction, your own enjoyment, your own benefit, rather than building a timber frame for someone else or building a stone wall as part of a group. If you build a stone project yourself, you gain all of this background steps in order to actually create the project. In order to bring it about, you acquire your own tools to bring it about, but also you have created something for yourself. So overall, you will gain so much more knowledge, skills, motivation, and ability to move forward in constructing something for yourself if you build something for yourself rather than go to a workshop. And I hope that makes sense. Workshops are valuable things. I'm not meaning to put them down. I'm just trying to give you an added perspective from them that they're not a critical step for you in order to move forward in the construction of your home. I understand I understand that that's the way we've been raised, and that in order to learn something, you must obtain you must go to a class, you must be with a group, and there must be a teacher to instruct you. But there's another way other than spending thousands of dollars, traveling hundreds of miles, using up your vacation time, staying at a hotel, spending all that money, and come back home from an experience. And the experiences are cool things in life, but there's another way. Anyway, I don't mean for this to be a promotion, although I do offer some great academy classes where I teach you, I demonstrate to you exactly how to do it, and I encourage you to undertake small projects yourself so that you can obtain the skills and move forward in the construction of something magnificently handmade for yourself. Come check it all out over at handmadehouses.com. Consider joining the Handmade House Guild, where you can get access to all of my courses, or pick one of them and give it a try and work it out, and I think you'll be thoroughly pleased with what you find. Anyway, you guys take care. We'll see you here next week on Handmade House TV. Bye now.